Hi, I'm Sherri Ohler. Welcome to my studio and my blog, Life is Beautiful. Today we are going to do a spring and Easter project, spring or Easter project. But before we go there, I want to acknowledge Good Friday. I know that the only reason I can even say my life is beautiful is because of what Christ did on the cross for me and for you and for all who call him Savior over 2,000 years ago. And this project is going to reflect that he died to give us life, and it's going to also just be a nice addition to your Easter celebration. It's going to say, he has risen to give us life and life to the full. And if you want to know more about that, if you are not experiencing life to the full and you want your life to be a little bit more beautiful, please feel free to email me. You can just hit contact on the top of the page, and you can contact me, and I would be happy to talk with you a little bit about that. Okay, I am not going to talk through this whole thing. We're going to speed it up so that you can just watch the process. But a couple of things I'm going to share with you: the materials and what you're going to need, and then I'm just going to get to painting, and you guys can just watch and enjoy. Okay, so first things first, you want to choose a white oven-safe dish. I chose a kind of a cross between a bowl and a tray. I really wanted a tray, but I have so many that I knew I couldn't come home with one more. My husband's going to start giving them to Goodwill. So I'm lacking in the bowl department, so I've got kind of a cross between a bowl and a tray. And this is going to hold my rack of lamb and all my roasted veggies for our Easter celebration on Sunday, so I'm super excited. I'm going to be using Martha Stewart glass paint. She has opaque, transparent, and translucent. I picked transparent because I wanted it to kind of be a softer painting. If you want it to be bold, pick the opaque. If you want it to be almost just like a very faint impression, pick the translucent. I'm right in the middle with the transparent. I have just a few colors here: green, I have a yellow, I have a pink, and then my favorite is called red coral. It's kind of an orangey, pinky red. And then I did get some black. I'm not sure. I was going to do my writing in that, but I might soften it up and do the writing in another color. Just going to see how it goes as I dive in. You will have, in writing in the blog area, you will have your supply list and all the instructions. So just a couple of tips before we get started. You are going to want to let this dry for at least 8 hours. If I were you, I would let it dry overnight. If it is at all wet, even if it doesn't feel wet to the touch, if it's not completely dry when you put it in the oven, all of your paint is going to run and it's going to ruin your project. So let it dry overnight, and then you're going to want to put it in a cold oven. Do not preheat your oven. Put your project in the oven, set it for 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and then you're going to let it bake for 30 minutes. Turn your oven off and just let it cool gradually in the oven. Let it cool to the touch, then let it sit for at least 24 hours before you use it. Martha actually recommends 72 hours for a full cure. I'm going to use mine for Easter, even though it's only going to be sitting for 24 hours, but I just won't put it in the dishwasher, which eventually it will be after 72 hours, it's dishwasher safe. I'll just wash mine by hand to start. So, okay, anybody that knows me knows that my favorite flower is ranunculus. In fact, my daughter October just bought me some for my birthday a couple months ago. So thank you, October. I love them. I love everything about them. They're very rose-like, but a little bit more old-fashioned looking. They have way more petals than a rose, and a lot of them, most of them are variegated. They range in color from white to green, all the way through the spectrum to yellow, orange, pink, red, purple. They're just come in a gazillion colors. So I'm going to paint ranunculus today, and they are not going to be perfect. I'm not going for realism here. I'm just going for beauty, and you can have no fear, because once I paint on here, if I don't like it, I can just go to the sink and scrub it. In fact, I already did it once because I had a little mishap with my camera. I was filming when I didn't want to, and I was not filming when I thought I was. So I am actually starting completely over here today. This was completely covered in paint, and now, as you can see, it's good as new. So before you cure it, you are able to just wash it off. So please dive in with no fear. Get a a jar full of water, some paper towels. If you make a mistake, just dip it in the water and wash it off. I have a bunch of different brushes here I'm going to be using. So just watch and enjoy and dive into your own project without fear. Have fun!
When I was a baby, you held me close. When I was just a child, you showed me the way I should go. When I'm old and gray, you'll never leave me. You're right by my side. When I was a baby, you held me close. When I was just a child, you showed me the way I should go. When I'm old and gray, you'll never leave me. You're right by my side. How am I gonna thank you if I can't get my arms around you? I know that you saved me, but I don't know how far you had to reach. I swim in your deep love, but I don't know how wide or how deep. I know that you're good, Lord, but I don't know why you're so good to me. Why you're so good to me. When I was a baby, you held me close. When I was just a child, you showed me the way I should go. When I'm old and gray, you'll never leave me. You're right by my side. How am I gonna thank you if I can't get my arms around you? I know that you saved me, but I don't know how far you had to reach. I swam in your deep love, but I don't know how wide or how deep. I know that you're good, Lord, but I don't know why you're so good to me. You're so good to me. How am I gonna thank you if I can't get my arms around you? How am I gonna thank you if I can't get my arms around you?
Okay, I'm all done with mine. As you can see, it's behind me, actually over there. Drying. I'm going to let it sit there at least until late tonight, probably first thing in the morning. And then just to reiterate, put it in a cool oven, turn the oven to 350, let it bake for 30 minutes, turn the oven off, and let it cool to the touch before you take it out, and then let it rest 24 hours or overnight before you use it. Let it rest at least 72 hours before you put it in your dishwasher. I hope you liked it. God bless everybody. Happy Easter to you and yours, and I hope to see you again. Remember, life is beautiful, and if it is not, if your life is not beautiful, I can show you how to make it beautiful. So come back another time. Bye-bye.